harassing women to own the right. So, right-wingers are the worst, so we're going to own them. What are we going to do? Facts and logic? Nah, harass women. And I'm not joking. So today, in Why the Left is Happy to Be Evil, we harass women in the toilets because, yay, leftism. So here's Jack Posobiec tweeting out some footage of a Democratic congresswoman. So she went to the bathroom, and the protesters there, the screechers, walked in with her and continued to screech at her. And as you can see, he's labeling their screaming Biden's Build Back Better slogan. So let's play the first clip.
Within 6 months of not having the ability to make money, will you support the Build Back Better plan so that we can have justice and solutions that we need for immigration, labor, climate change?
Pass the bill.
Build Back Better, pass the bill. Build Back Better, pass the bill. Build Back Better, pass the bill. Build Back Better, pass the bill. Build Back Better, pass the bill. Build Back Better, pass the bill. Build Back Better, pass the bill. Build Back Better, pass the bill. Build Back Better, pass the bill. Build Back Better, pass the bill. Build Back Better, pass the bill.
Etc. That goes on for like 2 odd minutes or something. I clipped it down to that because I think everyone gets the point.
Yeah.
People are the bloody worst. And they are screaming Build Back Better, which is also Boris Johnson's slogan, which is the worst. But it weirdly reminded me of this Rooster Teeth episode, so some people are going to get this reference. There's Gus who walks into the bathroom, like some fan follows him in to get a photograph, an autograph, and he's like, dude, I'm peeing. Leave me alone. But unironically, they decided that this Democratic congresswoman wasn't left enough for them, therefore they went in and harassed her in the bathroom. What the hell is wrong with you? I mean, and you would have thought there's a handful of people who are, far left activists. We see this all the time. Let's say with them harassing the right. The fact they went into the bathroom is the thing that, especially for me, is far beyond the pale. It's the point that any other day of the week, this lady, me and her probably wouldn't agree on anything. I mean, Democratic congresswoman. No one in the Republican Party would probably agree on her, except Mitt Romney. But on this, I think this is a perfect opportunity politically, but also morally, it is the right thing for literally every Republican to be like, no, we all stand with her.
Yeah.
To hell with you people.
And also, they were filming her.
Yes.
Which is...
In the bathroom.
I don't think that's good or healthy to be filming people in a bathroom.
But no boundaries for these people. But the best part is the left's response. We're going to go through this because they genuinely are just knowingly evil, I think. And this issue shows it. So here we have Jezebel, a feminist outlet, describes himself as feminist. Absolutely bully Christian Sinema outside of her bathroom stall. That's the headline from the feminist outlet. Bully this woman in the bathroom because feminism. Right, okay. So their description of the circumstances around this. Social justice organization Living United for Change in Arizona. I mean, again, just stop. I mean, you know who you're dealing with. Uploaded a video of activists asking Sinema to defend her opposition to President Biden's Build Back Better Act, an ambitious package which promises to provide additional COVID-19 relief, an extension of the child tax credit, and blah, 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 blah. Like, it doesn't matter if this is the bill to stop Australian police from murdering puppies. You still can't go into a woman's bathroom and harass some senator over the fact that they don't agree with you.
Yeah.
They're not voting for it. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And this feminist outlet is like, yeah, no, bully her. Go on, keep going.
Yeah.
There is nothing sacred about her 2 minutes of taking a pee.
And the thing is, if they legitimize it for bullying her, then they're legitimizing it for, the right to do it.
Yeah. But that would be bullying and harassment. Though, this is based according to the left. So they continue, this piece of S writer.
And also, that's not entirely correct. The Biden administration intends to pay for the multi-trillion-dollar bill by making wealthy Americans and corporations pay higher taxes. No, they're printing money. Like 30 to 40% of all the dollars in existence were created in the last year.
And they're literally printing trillions.
Yeah.
That's why you have Pelosi being like, yeah, it'll cost zero. No, it won't. Anyway, so Democrats at large support the bill, but 2 Senate Democrats in particular are busy holding up any significant advancements. Conservative Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia and Sinema of Arizona. And Sinema being a Democrat. Again, I can't get over the absurdity of this, of attacking your own senators to the point of chasing them into the bathroom because they dared to disagree with you. We shouldn't be surprised, but, it's finally happened, let's say.
Yeah.
So, quotes from the people screaming. We knocked on the doors for you to get elected, says an activist named Blanca. And just how we got you elected, we can get you out of office if you don't support what you promised us. Blanca tells Sinema that she was brought to the United States as a child and that her parents were deported in 2010. Her grandfather recently died in Mexico, but Blanca couldn't go to her funeral due to her immigration status. I don't care. Who gives a toss? Who gives the slightest bit of a crap about what this woman's problem is? I'm sorry if Sinema ran over her dog or something. You still don't go into a bathroom and start filming and harassing someone in the goddamn bathroom. The hell's wrong with you? So apparently, the only thing not right was following Sinema into the bathroom, writes the author here. Yes.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Anyway. She goes on to say, given the right-wing reactions to all this, one would think that an angry activist kicked open the bathroom door while Sinema was taking a massive dump. Instead, they just sort of stood around in a public space, politely, but firmly, demanding that Sinema to do the job they were elected to do. What? Sorry, okay, so we've accepted that the stool itself, the place where you are taking that massive dump, as quoted, that's sacred. That's what they'll allow you. You're allowed that stool. And as soon as you step out of the stool to wash your hands...
That's a public space and you can be... Right.
The women's bathroom is a public space. Just not the stalls.
Yeah.
So anyone can just wander in there, just protesting. Just talk to my elected representative, bro. What's your problem? I've just taken out my phone and filming now.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with these people? I'm sorry, but I can't think of anything more ridiculous to write in response to something like this. And they stood by this. This article's still up. You can go read it yourself. Anyway... Let's move on, because Kristen Sinema made a statement on this, so if we go to the next one. She says in here, yesterday, several individuals disrupted my class at Arizona State University, so they disrupted her class before coming to the bathroom to harass her more. After deceptively entering a locked, secured building, these individuals filmed and publicly posted videos of my students without their permission, including footage taken of both my students and I using the restroom, because these are normal people. She goes on to say this is bad. I mean, no S. I don't know why you needed to write more than just the hell with these people on here. But she says in here, but she's met this group before. So the group of people who were saying they were campaigning for, apparently, yes, they were. So you get what you deserve, lady. If you think these people are your comrades on that regard, you should never buddy up with such people. Anyway, so she says she's met the group before, and she will continue to meet with those from diverse viewpoints. And, a little bit of advice to her, don't meet with these people ever again. The hell is wrong with you? These are not your friends. These are not people you should ever hang around with. And if you continue to hang around with them, what the hell do you think is going to happen in future? You're still going to have the sanctity of that stool, are you? No, it's not happening. Anyway, so if we move on, George Soros was funding this group, unironically, because everything in the West that's left is apparently funded by Soros.
Right.
I know it's a meme, but the meme keeps coming true as well.
Yeah.
So
this... But, I mean, I should imagine he funded it not knowing that they were going to... They probably didn't have an explicit pledge to
we're going to harass
bathrooms.
Yeah, I presume not on the application for the lots of money they got.
Because I know George Soros, he gets a lot of anger and conspiracy theories and stuff directed at him, but his life story is incredible. Like he was I think he was orphaned by the Holocaust or something, and came to the US and with nothing, and became this insanely powerful financier. Made all that money from what was it called, Black Wednesday or something.
The betting against Britain.
Yeah, betting against Britain. Always a safe bet.
I don't know if you know his story about what he did during the Holocaust, but there's...
Wasn't he 8 or something?
Yeah, but there's a horrible interview he gave in which he was happy to get stuff from Jews who were being deprived of their property because he just said he was Catholic and they never... suspected him. Right. This episode isn't about Mr. Soros.
Yeah.
So anyway, according to the according to the Soros Open Society Foundation grant database, Soros gave at least $1.5 million to the Living United for Change in Arizona in 2019, and at least $250,000 in 2017 to become the group's biggest donor. I don't know who gets this amount of money. I mean, for what? I mean, literally just some losers who screech in women's bathrooms. They're like millionaires.
We should set up a foundation.
Yeah, why not? I'll take some Soros money.
Yeah.
You're not getting it back. I don't do what you want. Anyway.
Oh, no, they spend it on wages.
Yeah.
And we need some photocopiers.
Research like Joe Biden.
And yeah.
Do you know about his cancer research thing he did?
No.
He got $10 million, spent 99% of it on wages for cancer research for kids. It was 1% was spent on research.
Jeez.
Bastard.
Yeah.
Anyway, we did an episode about that a while ago. Anyway, so we get the next one. We have a lady from... I can't remember where she's from, actually, but she made the point here that you, of course, have a feminist outlet who's like, yes, bully her, but also at the same time, online harassment is becoming the norm for women.
Yeah, yeah. And also, I've got to say, if we go back, women love that shruggy shoulder emoji. If we close that thing there.
So you close the
things. Yeah. See the shruggy shoulder, and it does my nutting. Every single conversation with a woman in some sort of WhatsApp or whatever. The shruggy shoulder emoji.
Right. Well, ladies, don't send Leo the shruggy
No
shoulder.
more shruggy shoulder emoji.
Right. So if we carry on, this of course didn't end in the bathroom or in the classroom there. They continued. So this seems to be an organized attempt to continuously
So
harass
this is
her.
them. They're still following her.
Yeah. So she got on a plane somewhere and some lady on the plane.
Wait until she went into the bathroom.
No, thankfully she didn't wait for the airplane bathroom, at least. She goes up to her in the seating. And this is less egregious, let's say. But she asks her the question. She's not engaging. And then
Nice
just
bit of
like
cleavage.
continues to harass her for like 2 minutes. Which, just leave. The hell is wrong with you? But that's that. And as you can see, this verified chat mark trying to pass it up as like a heroic act or something.
Oh, God.
If we go to the next one, this also continued when she landed. Some people were waiting for her to, again, continue to demand that she do the thing that they want, or they're going to harass her until her death, presumably.
I miss politicians who just turn around and lamp people. Like, remember John Prescott?
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the thing as well. Like, with these ones, I'm not too miffed because they're on the plane. It's like, well, I don't know what you're doing. But in public, heckling politicians, shouting at them that they're bad is a
Yeah.
very British tradition. I'm very much for it as a thing we should keep.
Yeah, but I think
the
we-
bathroom thing is another level.
That's a
what
crime.
The hell is
It's
wrong with
illegal.
you? Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
For
and-
good reason. I mean, I do
Rightfully
think on one level we've got to treat politicians better because it puts people off. It puts good candidates from going into politics.
Sure, but politics has always been a game of complete mud throwing. And
Yeah,
always will
yeah,
be.
yeah.
I don't think there's any
Yeah.
fixing that. But there are some lines to be drawn, and one of them is following them into the bathroom and shouting at them and filming them in the bathroom. The hell is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought we'd go through some verified checkmark Dem reactions because this is open and shut, surely. Anyone with any kind of level of civil society can admit that maybe the bathroom's off limit for politics.
Yeah. Not George Takei. No bathrooms off limits for George Takei.
No, he's not having this. So we can see his tweet in response to this.
He steals jokes.
Does he?
George Takei is a joke thief.
I don't know if that's like the worst insult a comedian could give a comedian.
It is. I would rather perform on a bill with like pedophiles or magicians than like which you normally
Pedophiles or magicians.
normally magicians are pedophiles. But
Right.
I would rather perform with a magician than a joke thief.
So we're gonna
Oh,
use
look,
this.
where did it go? I don't know. Did you fucking hide it? Jesus Christ! I know it's a trick. What
Okay.
you do? You spent ages practicing it. Oh, where did the coin go? Nobody cares. I know it's up your sleeve or up your ass or something. It's a stupid trick.
Was a magician when you were
Just,
young.
I'm practicing. Go take a card. Nobody wants a card. Why would I want a card? You're gonna hide it somewhere in the deck. I know it's in the deck or it's up your sleeve or something. It doesn't matter. It's a card. Nobody wants it. It's not magic.
Back to the Democrats.
Okay.
Also known as magicians. So George Takei here saying the right is outraged that Christian Sinema was followed into a bathroom by some protesters, as if that's all that took place here, and as if that's not a disgusting thing in and of itself, even if it was, but supports paying $10,000 bounties to those who spy and report on women seeking abortions. Got it. So
Yeah.
of course,
George, two things can be bad.
I don't know what's wrong with you. Like,
Yeah.
Of course, there's a right wing and left wing perspective on what happened in Texas, which is that the right wing believe that's you murdering a baby, therefore there's a bounty for reporting those who murder a baby.
Well, no, I think
That's their reasoning.
a sliver of the right believe that.
Sure.
I mean,
but even if you want to say that this is all bad, and you can say that, two things can be true, you deceitful bastard. I mean, I'm sorry, but just the idea of like, well, if they can do bad things, we can just follow women into the bathroom.
yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And then we have the next one here. Occupy Democrats, verified checkmark. Breaking, Christian Sinema just fled out of the back door of her secret fundraiser tonight with rich donors who are bribed her to oppose Biden's Build Back Better Act after they were spotted and confronted by angry protesters for betraying them for money. Retweet if you support the protesters.
Look.
I mean, again, we have the footage. Like, she's teaching some classroom or whatever,
Yeah.
giving some speech. And then they go into the bathroom with her, filming, screaming at her, and then get her out of there. And you're like, yeah, retweet if you support the protesters. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, did Chaos tweet this or something? Like, I know Turning Point get a lot of memes made out of them for some of the things they tweet that become meme-worthy. But I think this has to be one for, like, Occupy Democrats. Just evil thing. Retweet if you support the evil thing.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you? Anyway, they continue and just below here.
And then they're really just ensuring that Kristen Sinema, it sounds like a sort of.
I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Yeah, it sounds like a world cinema season at
Yes.
an art theater. But it's just going to ensure, it's going to make sure that she doesn't like do what they want. Because if she concedes and if she goes along with them, she's legitimizing their actions. So, you know, the tactics in this case are completely counterproductive.
I mean, no one who believes in civil society can agree to any of this. And
Yeah.
the left is saying they don't by agreeing to it. Anyway. So we continue. There's another quote below them. Below the Occupy Democrat one, there's another tweet from them. If you're a Democrat who supports the protesters who just made Christian Sinema flee out the back door of her secret billionaire fundraising after spotting and confronting her, I don't even care if it was billionaires who were hanging out with her. Who matters? It's going into the bathroom, you freaks.
Well, Democrats are always hanging around with billionaires.
Yeah, as
like
well.
Occupy Democrats are probably funded by billionaires. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
So
ridiculous.
They're like, yeah, if you support these bathroom creeps and want the latest breaking news, please retweet and follow this account to be immediately notified when we tweet as well. I mean, this is what I mean. It's like chaos or something, where it's just like, yeah, retweet if you support evil. Like, retweet if you support harassing women. Occupy Democrats.
I think the reason the Democrats hate her so much is because she sounds like Christian Sinema. So they think it's a very worthy Christian cinema movement. Sounds like Christian cinema. That's a joke I just came up with in my head that wasn't put on the screen by the producer.
Oh, sorry, stealing jokes, are we?
I wasn't stealing.
Anyway, let's go to the next one here. So we have Mitt Romney.
Giving it back.
Mitt Romney, who was just like, yeah, harassment bad because the stunning and brave by Mitt Romney. Okay, but you know, the very basic. So at least, you know, actually getting points for that, because apparently the opposition can't be relied upon. And then we have a response. We go to the next one. Carl Kalinske. You respond to this? Is this inexcusable? Does she reflect poorly or count as abuse? And it's the Christian Sinema is got an article from Salon about her saying Big Pharma medical firms donated $750,000 to Christian Sinema. She then opposed a drug bill. Who cares? But I'm sorry.
So Did she? So she did what they wanted. It's not clear in that.
I'll just believe, for the sake of argument, steel man Carl Kalinsky's position. She's a corrupt, evil politician who takes money and then does whatever the money tells her to do, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Isn't that what politicians are supposed to do?
No, but you can't follow someone into the bathroom because they're corrupt. Like, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter if she is taking $1 million to be like, yeah, tobacco's good for you, kids, take a smoke. Like, you still can't follow people into the bathroom and be like, yeah, I'm going to film you in here and shout at you about it.
Did something bad happen to you in a bathroom?
No, it's just the idea of someone following you in there. I mean, if that's not sacred, if you can't even go for a piss without being followed by left-wing activists, what is that? I mean, like your home, as if that's less sacred to them. Like, they don't give a toss about that. Anyway, so if we...
Maybe if people started urinating on left-wing activists in bathrooms...
Maybe that's the
they'd
solution.
stop.
Yeah. Just bend over and piss
I
on
don't know if they'd notice the difference, to be honest. Hey-o!
Yeah. So we go the next one. There's a couple more about these. This is one of these ladies we featured before. There are hundreds of thousands of individuals being forced into homelessness by our government who will never receive...
Oh, no, there aren't.
The level of concern folks are giving to Christian Sinema gasp. Listen to the constituent complaint for a minute while she pees.
In the next tweet, she's a perfect example of a violent, rich white woman. Oh, all the bad things. She's rich, she's white. You know what I mean? Like,
she's standing in the way of relief for millions of women who need things like child tax credit and childcare.
Oh, do they need it? No, they need a job.
But when she's faced
They need a job, and they need to keep their legs shut.
But when she's faced with a protester
Am I right?
in the restroom, she's the white damsel in distress. Yes, you freak.
Yeah, because that's that situation.
What is wrong with you, woman? Again...
I hate how people are like, oh, these people need, like, you know, all that. No, man, no, there's not hundreds of millions of people being made homeless. Like,
bury all the rhetoric for a minute that they're going to inject into this conversation. The conversation fundamentally comes down to, should you follow your political opponents into the bathroom and harass them in there? The answer is no from everyone except the verified checkmark Democrats and their friends.
And who's this guy down here? Jay Parr. She wasn't peeing, she was hiding. So Jay thinks he should be allowed to go in.
I don't know. But let's go to the last one here, which is Bernie Sanders, because Bernie Sanders has an opinion on this. Did he go with the reasonable one? No. Bernie Sanders on Christian Sinema. I think the people of Arizona are beginning to stand up and show more impatience there and saying, you know, Senator, join the team here. Let's get something done on reconciliation, which involves harassing women in the bathroom because leftism. I've got nothing to say on this. It should be evident. But people who unironically will support this position of harassing people while they pee or after they've just peed,
Yeah.
because remember the stall is sacred, but the rest of the bathroom is a public space, are just evil. You are just an evil person, and you deserve to not be in polite politics.
Yeah.
Simple as that. If you enjoyed that segment from the podcast, The Lotus Eaters, you can catch the full podcast at 1 p.m. every weekday UK time at lotuseaters.com. You can also sign up at lotuseaters.com to get access to all the premium content we have on the site.
Yeah, that's how we keep this whole operation running. And recently we've put up loads of great stuff, such as this interview with legendary comedian Steve Hughes, one of my personal favourite comedians, so it was a real honour to be able to meet him. But one thing that I didn't expect, that he would be such a deep thinker. And this, honestly, this podcast is genuinely like a meeting of minds in a way. He was right on my wavelength on a bunch of things and helped me actually connect a bunch of dots, but I'm not going to carry on and spoil it. We also, of course, have lots of interesting articles that have been written, such as this one by Josh about the dumbest country on earth. And for premium, for silver tier subscribers, we also include a link, so it's we have an audio reading of it from a chap called Jonathan, who has a very smooth voice that you will enjoy. And this is great because often I don't have time to read all of the articles we put up, because we've put up a lot of regular content. And so this saves me the hassle of having to read it myself. So I really actually am very appreciative of this feature on a personal level. But we also do the contemplations and epochs, which are just interesting podcasts about interesting things. These are regular weekly podcasts. So this one is one of our writers, Josh, who's he's got a master's degree in psychology, talking about theories of intelligence and how they matter. And of course, we've got the epochs, where myself and Bo, or in this case it was Josh and Bo, talking about the life of Sir Francis Drake. So that's 2 solid hours talking about England's most notorious adventurer. But we've also got lots and lots of other ones. This is number 21, so there's a good back catalogue there. And finally, we have our book clubs, and this is the part that I'm most proud of. Recently, we've done Shooting an Elephant by George Orwell, and
Reflections on a Ravaged Century by Robert Conquest.
Yeah, Robert Conquest is fantastic. Just if you want Western chauvinist historian, he's your man.
Anti-socialism.
Yes,
Very
in all forms, it's fantastic. So yeah, and like I said, that's what keeps the podcast running. So if you want to become a member, thank you very much, and we think there's some great stuff you'll enjoy.